everybody on old YouTube. Let's take a look at the FF13R mini excavator. Here it is. All right, let's talk a little bit. You got to grease all your fittings. This is a maintenance video. You got to keep all your fittings greased up. Pull this thumb up out of the way if you're going to do any digging, because it gets in the way if you don't. I added a second light on it right there, one on both sides. I already had one on this side, but I added a second one on this side. As you can see, I put some mirrors on it so I can see behind me. I upgraded to a 7-inch fan, and I turned the fan where it blow in, and it just blowed more exhaust fumes up into the cab. So if you turn it around where it blows out, don't seem to have any problem with the exhaust anymore coming up into the cab. I mounted a mirror there on the door. I put a rope right in here to hold that door from going all the way back, because if it goes all the way back, that little nub right here is going to hit your window. You don't want to buy a new window. So I put seat belts in it, bolted them to the frame over here on both sides. There's a bolt on both sides there for them. Put seat belts in it, and put a phone holder in it, and a rear view mirror up there that sticks on from Temu. Yes, I did. So on the back, I added a 5-gallon fuel tank. I think that tank was $100. Well worth the money. You don't have to fight with trying to put gas underneath the seat. Plus, it'll run all day long digging on that 5-gallon can of gas. You just tap it on the bottom, run your hose through here. I put a little bit bigger hose in between here, stuffed it in it. Show you what I come through with it. Come through the cab with it, right there, down to the carburetor on the bottom. Left that fuel tank in it. Didn't see no reason to take it out, just unhooked it. That is my upgrade to my mini excavator. Oh, by the way, I fixed the muffler. If y'all get these things, I got a lawnmower muffler on them, and this part here is not connected to anything. It's just stuck on the screen, and then there's about a ½ inch gap in between the other muffler and this muffler. Plus, it's got a screen in it. I guess it's a spark arrestor. So take the spark arrestor out where you get more air coming out of it, and your machine sounds better. Make sure you put a nipple in between that to connect it so it blows all the carbon monoxide out of it. So that's it. That's all I've done. Now, when I got this machine and used it about 6 hours, I noticed a popping sound when I went to turn it. That's not normal for them. That means your turn pump down there is loose, and it was about to fall out of the floor. I think the gear was the only thing holding it in the floor on the end. So I had to tighten that up, and while I was in there tightening that up, I noticed some of the side cages was loose. Tighten them up. I noticed the motor mounts was loose. I had one bolt laying in the bottom off the motor mount. Put that back in. I put nuts underneath the bottom of anything that I could, because everything in this thing goes through the frame. There's no nuts on nothing, so go back and put nuts on everything. Other than that, so your level on your fluid should be about middle ways when it's cold. They ain't had no videos on that, and I know that goes by temperature, but as long as it is middle ways right there, you got plenty of hydraulic fluid in it. You have hydraulic filters inside the tank, 2 of them. Where your cap goes, there'll be a round or either a square around that cap to take them 4 bolts out, take that off, and you reach down in there and change the filters. Do change the oil after 6 hours of running. It'll have all kind of little metal flakes in it. Run it another 10 hours to 12 hours, and then change the oil again. You should be good to go for the next 40 or 50 hours. But that's it. Little mini excavator. So if you're mechanically inclined, get you one of them. If you ain't, stay away from them. So I called the company about this here. This the stuff chipping off from it here. And what this is filler, where they filled it in where the wells and all are not even and all. They filled it in to cover it ugly up and painted it, and it come loose. And I did find out one thing. So if you buy any excavators, whether it's the AGT model or the FF model, they're all made by the same company. They all the same width tracks. They're all the same, all the way up to the 16s. The only difference is some of them may have these up here on the side, and if they do, it's a little wider in here, but everything on the bottom side is the same. Tracks and everything. All the parts can be found on Amazon. I hope this helps y'all. But these are some mean little machines. They are rough. I mean, they get the job done. I added about 200 pounds of counterweight in the back of mine. You can see them bags in there. So I cut up some deep cycle batteries, cut them in half in pieces, put them in bags after I washed all the acid out and put them in there, and that gave me almost 200 pounds in the back, plus the 5 gallon of gas weighs about another 35, 40 pounds. So it got a lot more weight on it. It does a lot better. Make sure you adjust your tracks after you run it about 10 hours. If they sag any at all, you need to adjust it. I know there ain't no videos on it, but if you got any sag in that right there, adjust it, because they're gonna stretch while they're new. All right, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Always run on ethanol fuel in your machines. Any kind of machine that's got a carburetor on it, you can't go wrong. I'm gone.